The Panthers have fired their head coach, Matt Rhule. He just lost to the 49ers 37-15. Started the year 1-4. He's only lasted 2 years and 5 games in Carolina. Year 1, he had Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. Last year, he had Sam Darnold. This year, Baker Mayfield, and it's over. He's already got fired 5 games into this year. He went 11-27 as a head coach. He still has this year plus 4. He signed a 7-year contract in Carolina. Like, he's 2 years and 5 games into a 7-year deal. He has 4 full years after this year left on his contract. I think he's going to get paid for all of them. So he's fine. Like, his family's good. He's good. I'm happy he's getting paid. I'm rooting for him as a human. I was almost a Carolina Panthers fan. Like, there was a moment where I was so excited. I was like, I might buy a jersey. I love their colors. South Carolina seems like a cool place to live. So I guess Charlotte, North Carolina, but I could live wherever I want. Just call myself a Carolina Panthers fan. I was so excited when he got hired. You know, he turned around. In 3 years, he took Temple from a 2-win team in college football to a 10-win team in college football. At Baylor in college, he took them from a 1-win team to an 11-win team in 3 years. That's before your recruits have even reached their senior year. Like, that's crazy. And Matt Rhule seemed like a good guy. Like, oh man, I liked him as a human being. And repeatedly, Matt Rhule, during his time in Carolina, offered me hope. You know, we hired Joe Brady, the guy who helped make Joe Burrow into a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback at LSU. And I'm like, awesome. This guy's going to be great for Sam Darnold. Bam, fired. He traded for Sam Darnold. I was like, let's go. It's going to be great. Sam Darnold's finally going to have support. He didn't work in New York with the Jets, but that was the Jets' fault. They were terrible. Matt Rhule, Carolina, it's a better situation. Sam Darnold's going to be awesome. Didn't work. This year, Matt Rhule, bad start to the year, fired. He's out of there. What do you make of all this? I mean, I really thought you gave Matt Rhule a 7-year contract. David Tepper, the Panthers owner, said fairly recently, he gave a quote, it could take 5, maybe 6 years to rebuild an organization capable of sustained excellence. So what changed? If it's going to take that long, David Tepper, the Panthers owner, knew what he was getting into. I bought an NFL team. I'm rebuilding it. It's going to take a while. I'm here for the long haul. I gave Matt Rhule a long contract. I'm being patient. What changed? What's happened in Carolina? Why did David Tepper fire Matt Rhule? Here is my theory. I believe Carolina fired Matt Rhule because they have a coach they want to target. Here's my theory. I believe Carolina fired Matt Rhule because they have a coach they want to target. The sooner you fire the old guy, the sooner you can pursue the new one. You want to be the first team in the NFL that has a coaching availability so you can pursue whoever you want. The team that fires their coach first gets the first opportunity. They get the first pickings at whatever coach is available. And I believe Carolina is going after former Saints head coach Sean Payton. They're like, you know what? If we want Sean Payton, we got to give him a lot of money and we got to get there first. By the way, Carolina has Baker Mayfield at quarterback. I believe his contract is up after this year. They got to decide if they're going to keep him or not. But he has been compared to Drew Brees multiple times in pre-draft stuff, when he was drafted. Even now, people say, well, his skill set reminds people of former Saints quarterback Drew Brees. And I don't know if Sean Payton would want to work with Baker Mayfield. But I'll tell you what. If Baker Mayfield gets to work with Sean Payton, that's a very exciting thought. That's a quarterback-friendly coach who made it work with Drew Brees, who's eerily similar when you watch Baker Mayfield's mechanics, his size, his frame, his ability. He looks like a mini Drew Brees. And Sean Payton turned around the New Orleans Saints from a horrible franchise that was part of the city got destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. The city's in shambles. The franchise was terrible. Drew Brees' career was basically over. He hurt his shoulder. The Chargers didn't want him. They replaced him with Phillip Rivers. I mean, Drew Brees' career almost didn't happen. Sean Payton resurrected Drew Brees' career. He turned around the Saints. And I believe a similar thing could happen here with the Carolina Panthers and maybe Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield aside, Sean Payton is a great NFL head coach, and any team would be lucky to have him. Sean Payton to Carolina makes a lot of sense, and I think that is why they made a move to fire their coach early. They are the first team without an NFL head coach. It means they are the first team that will be able to pursue Sean Payton. They're going to go make a move. They're going to go try to hire him. I think that is why 5 weeks into the year after a bad start, David Tepper fired Matt Rhule. I think it had less to do with Matt Rhule. Matt Rhule wasn't doing great. He was failing. But David Tepper, the owner, appeared to be patient. He's like, look, we're going to take our time. It's going to take a while. No hurry. It's going to take 5 or 6 years. Why did that attitude change? It's because they suddenly had a better idea. They're like, wait a minute. Sean Payton is out there. I know you've been committed to Matt Rhule. But are you sure you don't want to pursue Sean Payton? He beat you for years. He played against Carolina a lot. I think that is what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to say yes to the job. But I believe the Carolina Panthers, the reason why they fired their coach now is so they could be the first team to pursue and try to hire Sean Payton and make him their next head coach in Carolina.